Got a question for you. Do you have goals in your life? Are you working towards something big? What strategies are you using? Are you just crossing your fingers and hoping that it's going to bring you what you want? Or do you actually have a plan? If you don't, you are in the right place. If you don't know who I am, my name is Zandra Ross, and I have coached thousands of people to live their best life, figure out what they want most, and honestly, just live the second half of their life better than they lived the first. I want you to be sexy, successful, and sassy, baby. That's what I want for you, or something like that. Trying to keep my A game up here, people. What can I say? What do you need to do to really achieve what you want? We need you to go from vision to action. And how do we do this? By combining visualization with practical goal getting steps, actionable habits, ways of doing things, a strategy, a game plan that is going to help you decide what is most important and what are the smart goals that are going to get you there, the steps that you need to get there, and really what are the habits that you need to develop to get you on your plan. All right. So, visualization is a huge freaking part of reaching your goals. So, if you think that you can just say, I want this thing and go on your merry way, and that it's going to fall out of the sky onto your head, you are in dreamland, my friend, and not the good kind of dreamland, the dreamland where things don't ever really happen. I want you to be in the dreamland, the manifestation dreamland, where you get to set your mind to something and then you start to take action on all of the steps and embrace the strategies, the tools that you need to get you from point A to point B. And point B being your best self. All right. Your sexiest self, your most successful self. That's what I want for you. Okay. Because, honey, that's what I'm working on every single day of my life. So let's really break this down into three main steps for you to begin to manifest your goals. So get focused. Step number one, you need to define clear goals and visualize the outcomes. So we're not talking about just, I want to lose weight, I want to save money, or I want to be rich, I want to build a successful business, I want to find my life partner. Those are great goals, but they are so general that you may end up with who knows what. Honey, you know what? You wished for stuff. And then when it came, you were like, why? What did I do to deserve this? So it's really important for you to set specific, measurable goals. What do we call those? SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, relevant, relatable. I know there's a few different R's on that. And then finally, time bound. So you need to really get clear, crystal clear on what it is that you want. And if you think that I've got that all figured out, no, honey, every single day I have to remind myself, what am I working on today? And have I made the goal smart enough? Have I really focused it so that every second of my day, literally, I know what I need to be doing at least every minute? I'm trying to sound super efficient, but let's get real here. What do I need to be doing? What are the three most important things that I need to get done every single day to move me closer towards my goals? And it could be any one of those: relationship, wealth, wellness, health, all those types of things. I don't know what it is, it's your goal. So you need to begin at the beginning, is to really decide, what might I like? And if you're not sure, visualization is a superb way for you to actually try on that lifestyle or that thing that you think that you might want. Walk around in that lifestyle, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just imagine in your mind that you were going to sleep and waking up the next day living that life. And for some of you, you may not know. That's what I will do with clients is visualize yourself going to sleep. You wake up in the morning and you're living your best life. You've started that business, you found your partner, you've written that book, whatever that thing is that you need to make you feel yes. You need to really be able to tune into that and dream about it. Imagine it. What would the bed you're sleeping in or waking up in be like? What kind of blankets would you have on you? What's the first thing that you would smell? Is it bright? Is it dark? Is it early in the morning? Is it later in the morning because you can sleep until whenever you want? Do you exercise first thing in the morning? Do you eat breakfast? Do you go jump on a live and do your business? Like, and then proceed through the day. Who are you spending your time with? Fun and business. What are you doing for personal and professional development? What are you eating? How good does it taste? What kind of a diet are you following? Are you exercising regularly? What kind of a vehicle do you drive? What kind of a house do you live in? What is your ideal partner like? How do they treat you? Right? What is your business? So, how you're spending your professional time, if that's part of your plan, what kind of a business do you have? What kind of clients do you have? How much money are you making? And this may seem a lot, but your dreams are a lot. They're important. So if they're important enough to you, you need to take the time to really imagine, feel it in your soul, what that success is going to look like. What does a successful goal look like for you? For me, so many of us, we just wish and hope and say, I want that big thing far off. You need to really break it down and to even think about what am I doing every day? What am I doing every week? So even as you visualize, how am I going to achieve this goal? You can visualize what am I going to have to do to achieve this? And for example, for me, getting in the best shape of my life, I have to visualize working hard every day, eating the right food, making the right choices. I have to visualize myself if I choose to do a fitness contest. What's my bikini going to look like? What kind of a routine am I going to do? What are my shoes going to look like? How's my hair going to be? If it's for my speaking business, I need to imagine myself on a big giant stage. And I love every stage I'm on now, but I really want to speak in front of 1,000 people, 5,000 people, 10,000 people. I want to be able to connect with people and for people to be able to serve people in such a way that they come en masse. I need to imagine that stage, that outfit that I'm going to be wearing, feeling the hot lights on my face, right? What am I going to do before I walk up onto that stage? What am I going to do? What kind of a presentation am I going to be doing? What's the prep that I'll need to do to be $1 million speaker? And if it's my other business, my beauty business, I need to imagine myself connecting with people and inviting them to my virtual store. I need to imagine how many people am I going to have to talk to? What is our conversation going to be like? How am I going to show them that I care more about them than just the sale? Because that's how you make sales is by connecting with people, right? So I just give you a few of the ideas of the goals in my life. I need you to visualize your dream life, your goal, having you've achieved that goal already. What is your life going to be like? How is it going to feel? That's what visualization is. And why it's important is it engages all of your senses. So you are doing all of the neuro linguistic programming, NLP, we call it, of mind, body, soul, all connected, wishing and visualizing and feeling the dream. It isn't just about imagining it, right? You've got to feel it in your body as if it's already happened. That is what's going to get you closer to your goal. And why do we do it? Because this process is really going to help in solidifying your intentions and building your motivation, especially when shit gets in your way. When things don't go as well as you had hoped they would, or a barrier comes up, you need to be able to even visualize what are some of those barriers that might get in my way? And what am I going to do about them? What are some solutions that I have now that I can start to work on? Number two, you need to develop a step-by-step action plan. So, what does that mean? Now that you have a visual image, a visual representation of what your life is going to look like, and really you've even imagined what your day-to-day activities are going to be. That's why I was getting you to get really specific on what are you eating? What are you doing? How are you spending your morning, your afternoon, your evening, your nighttime? Do you have a routine? Why? Because you need to be able to now translate that vision into a concrete step by step plan that includes goals, but also includes the habits, the things that you're going to have to do every single day. So you want to be in shape? What's the workouts that I'm going to be doing? When am I going to be doing it? How often do I need to do it, right? To achieve this vision that I have. It's really important to break down as well these big steps into small, atomic size, bite sized pieces so that you don't have to come up with this super amount of a motivation to do it, right? That you can just start to bite off those little pieces and go, oh, that wasn't so hard, right? So that's part of this goal setting is to break it down into small, teeny tiny steps. And I have a lot of clients that will say, oh, Zam, that's never going to get me. I need to get there faster. If you can't do the little things, you're not going to be able to do the big things. If you're that person who can bite off a big chew right now and go after it, good on you. Go for it. I'm right behind you. For the rest of us, especially as people with a little bit of undiagnosed ADD, it can be really difficult, or any type of executive functioning issues, right? Which is planning, getting things done, organizing your thoughts and your time. And breaking things down into tiny little steps are going to let you feel successful. And it's going to start to build that muscle slowly. If I gave you the hardest workout on day one, you're going to be so sore the next day that it's going to take you days to recover and you're never going to want to do it again. So I need to give you a workout that's just going to make you a little bit uncomfortable, right? If you have big fucking awesome goals, BFAGs, that's great. If you want to jump and go do something big, I'm not judging anybody. You've got to decide what's right for you. I'm telling you my story, and people that are with me, we need to break it down into teeny little steps because that is going to get us to our BFAG much quicker than beating ourselves up, setting up these big, huge steps and not being able to accomplish them. So that's really a lot. What I'm getting down is I used to say I'm going to do 3 important things today and I'm struggling to do that. Then what's 2 and what's 1? What if I don't get anything else done today? And you can even prioritize your steps. If I don't get anything else done today, what is the one thing I have to get done today? And I've realized that I have to do that the night before. I can't wait until the morning because I'm already all over the place. I need to decide the night before, what did I get done? What didn't I get done? Do step number 3, and we'll talk about that in a sec here. Jump ahead of myself all the time, but setting those steps for yourself, this approach is really going to help you bridge the gap between visualization and practical implementation and execution of your habits, your plan, and then leading to your goals. It makes them more attainable or achievable, right? That really important part of SMART goals. Develop a step-by-step action plan. Number 3, and where we need to tune in, incorporate regular reflection and adjustments. So you need to take a deep breath and regularly review your progress towards your visualized goals. You need to look at that step by step plan and say what worked for me, what didn't work for me. And not to beat the crap out of yourself. That's what I was just in a counseling appointment, and my coach or my counselor said I need to bring my expectations down just a bit because she said, you are doing awesome, like you are. We're all doing awesome. And I'm tired of beating myself up because it doesn't make me more productive. It doesn't make me more apt to jump in and take a chance, because what if I fail? I'm going to beat myself up again. So I need to be a little more gentle, a little more kind. And how I do that is by checking in with my visualization again. If there was a problem and I don't feel I handled it well, or maybe I didn't get it done, close my eyes. What could I have done to actually achieve that goal or achieve that step? So it's a great problem solving tool. If you're stuck about, I don't know what to do. For me, I will know I need to reach out to a friend. I need to, as my counselor has just talked to me and my coach, we talk about, is setting up my power hours. I procrastinate all day long because there's all this list of things, this priority list of things. There are calls that need to be made, there's emails and direct messages that need to be sent, there's lives to be recorded or videos to be recorded, and there's exercise to be done. And then there's family stuff. The rest, that was almost all business. Then there's family and personal stuff. And so I will be, I can't do this until I do this. I can't do that until I do that. I can't do this. So all day long, I procrastinate. because I really don't have a plan and a prioritization of all of these goals. So that's where I need to look at what I didn't get done, what I did get done, really evaluate how my day went, and then prioritize for the next day. What really needs to be done? And do I need to do, and I'm not good at doing things one at a time because everything seems like a priority. So, what I need to do is time blocking. And you've probably heard about this out in the world, but really, I'm going to start calling it my power hours. So, what does that mean? It's about looking at those three things: my calls that I have to make, my direct messages that I have to send and respond to, and my exercise, which is now an hour. I have an hour fitness block I need to do. And then the other stuff is free. So that's what I really want to start looking at is doing, oh, and content creation. So I need to look at spending time doing connections. So a half an hour of calls or 45 minutes of calls, all depends on how many I need. Then 30 minutes of direct messaging or social media if I don't have a whole bunch of people, but setting a quick, so there's an hour to an hour and a half set. And I need to get that done right first thing in the morning. I thought it was exercise, but I'm really good at exercising later in the day. So I'm going to focus on getting the things that are hardest for me right now, which are my connections with people. I don't know what it is. It just seems, I know it's going to be time consuming. I know that I need to get on that. It doesn't matter. I need to set that as my first thing. The secondary thing that I need to go is, okay, what's important next? It's really about advertising my beauty business, advertising my digital product site that we are working on right now that you're going to be seeing more of. Because I realized I was trying to look for a whole bunch of one on one coaching clients and more workshop clients that I work with. Well, I realized that I really don't have any more time. So, my way is I really want to focus on my residual income or my evergreen income because I am already in person a lot in my business. I'm hitting the road at in a couple of hours here. I'm still not even totally prepped for my workshop. I have a 4 hour drive to go do a 2 day workshop in another community. Then I'm home for a day. And then I jump on a plane again to go to Vancouver to do a big gig with it's more of a facilitated session on helping a group come together as an incorporated nonprofit organization. So some really high level busy, energy draining things for me, right? So I need to really, my big focus, what I really want to focus on is developing an income where I don't have to be so present, where it isn't so labor intensive for me. So that's another chunk of my time is I need to spend an hour of my day working on my beauty store, Lux Beauty, and I need to focus on the other part of it, which is my digital program store. And what might that be? That may be, it's usually recording videos for both of them and showing up and doing the direct messaging. So that's what I'm really, and then my fourth is my fitness component. So get those 4 blocks in and it's 4 hours. That's my power hour morning. So I've been putting off going to bed or because I stay up too late to get all the things done. So now I'm going to say, no, I want to get up by 7:30 and be ready to go by 8. And then I'm going to sort. I think I'm going to do the phone calls and the DMs first because that I put off. And that's really the bread and butter of my business. Then the second piece is going to be working out, getting ready. Oh, and that's another piece is having a shower and getting ready first thing in the morning because my videos, my everything that I do social media and advertising wise, I am putting off because I'm not getting ready. So that is really the number one thing I need to do first is get ready because then I don't care if I make fun, I can still work out. I can then do some videos after that and still feel like I look and feel okay. And then then I've got content because I've been recording myself like I'm doing now for some B-roll. Then I've got some content to send to my virtual assistant who can then start helping me create more content for my social media. And then if I get my work done from 8 until noon, I have the whole rest of the day to do whatever I want to do. And that's how my brain works is so that can be doing more things, that can be having more fun, picking my kids up from school, going skating with them, whatever I choose to do. Or it could be checking a couple more things off my to-do list for the next day. Once I get in control and tune back in every day, not beat myself up, but go, how can I be more efficient, and effective tomorrow, right? And visualize it again. If I did this, would this make me feel more effective and efficient? Yes. And then finally visualizing yourself celebrating how freaking awesome you are. All right? Because we don't do that enough either. Normally, the majority of people, this people, visualize only the bad things because and it's not because you necessarily have poor self-esteem either. I think it's because for some of us we have lots of esteem. It's and we know we're going to do okay. But if you're like me, I'm a high achiever. I want to do freaking awesome. I don't want to do just okay. So that's where I get apprehensive and that's what I beat myself up about is I didn't do it great enough. So don't always think it's about the people with low self-esteem that go through this. Sometimes it's those that have a very high self-esteem. And I think that's a lot of you, or you wouldn't be tuning in. Birds of a feather flock together. So, why are we doing this finally? It's really to bring our mind, body, and soul back into alignment with why we set this goal in the first place. And then to create adjustments for ourselves, create new ways of thinking, create more effective and efficient habits to get us back on track and moving towards our goal. And really, this adaptive approach at the end of the day ensures that you stay on track and remain motivated throughout this entire goal getting journey. Because if you are constantly struggling and not loving being in love with your goal, then honey, it's time to set a new one or it's time to refocus your energy. Okay. So that's me. I focused. It is fitness, it is my beauty business, and it is my digital product business. As well as speaking on stage and that I've taught that, but I've realized again that's labor intensive. And I've gotten really clear about what it is that I want. And I want more time in my life. So, me just finding more business that is more labor intensive, that makes me show up more, is not going to help me get more of my time back. And so, that's the choice you have to make. What is it that you want in your life? And you've got to get really specific about it. Right? Oh, and my other big vision is going to my convention, my annual convention, and I want to get called up onto stage. I want to be recognized that I was a mover and a shaker with my beauty business. That's where I'm at. So that's what I'm going to be reaching out to people to. I ain't ashamed anymore, my friends, of what I'm achieving. So if that excites you, I'm looking for team members. I'm looking for other people that want to start their own beauty business and really create their own freedom, their own time freedom, their own financial freedom, and really want to hang out with some kick-assy people. Because honestly, that's the main reason I started this business. I have a very successful consulting and coaching business. My reason for starting my beauty business was to connect with smart, sexy, sassy women that want to, and gentlemen, of course, my friends, or whoever you are, my theys, is to connect with people that inspire me, that get me excited, and that I look up to, and that make me want to feel like a better person. I want to have people, I want to have heroes. I've never had that in my life. I've never admired people or looked up to them because I was normally the person that was doing the most. So that's what my goal is. Why I'm doing all of this, why am I working so hard? It's to surround myself with people that make me want to be a better person, that make me excited about my life, that I want to hang out with and do fun stuff. And honey, you're on that Spark team. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. But I am always looking to grow that team. Why? Because the more joy we have, right? It's boring. Spread the joy, spread the love. I don't know where I was going with that. Spread the love. That's what you need. The more people, the more fun. I find having fun by myself isn't nearly as fun as having fun with 100 of my best friends. Okay. Well, 10. I can barely handle 100. So I need you. And if you're ready for that, it's time to tune in. And what I want you to do is go to my website, zandraross.ca. There are always new goodies that are coming up on there. We've got a free training on the Wheel of Life that will help you specify what is it that you want more of in your life. We are just going to be tuning in here shortly with a book on manifestation that I wrote for you guys because I'm tired of I'm tired of not dreaming. And I feel that's what I've stopped doing for myself. So get ready. It's time for us to start dreaming together and to start getting really focused on what it is that we want most. Because, honey, who got time, right? Everybody's got big, freaking hairy goals, but we don't have the time to go do all of the things that we need to do. So get focused, right? Decide what it is that you want. Join me on my journey. All right. Mwah. I love you. I can't wait to hear what it is that you're working on. Like I said, go check out my website, zandraross.ca. And if you got something out of this webinar today, drop me an emoji. Okay. I love it. I need, or like the post, whatever you want to do. But come on, let a girl know you were here. All right. Mwah. And today, don't worry about who you were yesterday. Don't worry about what you've accomplished or didn't accomplish. If you're scared to set goals again, honey, you are not the same person as you were yesterday. And today is the first day of the rest of your goal setting life. So let's go for it.